Hello everyone and welcome to Discussing Dead. So welcome back to this second episode of Discussing Dead, and with this show, what I was planning to do is to go through and discuss everything to do with The Walking Dead, Season 9 and beyond. Now, obviously, my last and also the first episode of Discussing Dead was all based around the mid-season finale of The Walking Dead Season 9, but in this episode, what I want to discuss is a little piece of news that we've received and the first official image of our new villain who is going to be opposing our survivors in Season 9 and probably Season 10 as well, and that is Alpha, and here she is. Wow. Just looking at this image of her, you can see that they are really going for the horror vibe, and I've always noticed that with this series anyway, and with this particular idea of bringing in the Whisperers. You can see that they really want to go for the horror vibe. They're really trying to bring the horror back to The Walking Dead, which is something I'm very happy about because I feel like that's something The Walking Dead has lost over the past few years and over the last few seasons, is that true horror vibe that the first couple of seasons in particular were able to bring. But looking at this image, like, you can see that this character of Alpha is terrifying, and this is going to be a great leader for the Whisperers and also a great opposing force. Because we've had great villains in the past. Obviously, we've had characters like the Governor, we've had characters like Negan, and obviously Negan's still around. He's going to have his own story. Maybe he might connect to the Whisperers at some point later on down the line, who knows? But just purely going on this image and looking at Alpha right now, this just sends shivers down my spine, and I'm so excited to see what she's going to do and how terrifying and brutal she's actually going to be, because if you know her from the comics, you know she doesn't really mess around, so it's going to be interesting to see how they portray that on screen. Now, I feel like looking at Alpha right now, this is going to prove that The Walking Dead, again, is going back to those horror roots. And we're going to see how this character is really going to enforce her presence. She's really going to be the type of character who's going to come in and just show, I'm Alpha, these are my Whisperers, and we are going to take you down. Because at the end of the day, if you don't know who the Whisperers are, they really are people who believe that they should be living like the dead. Like, that's why they dress up in the walker gear, that's why they should skin walkers and wear them as masks, is because they believe that that is the proper way to live now. There's no point trying to survive and carry on life as it was. It's just never going to be the same. And in a way, I've always liked that ideology, because if you think about it, they've kind of got a point in the sense that nothing will ever be the same again. There's kind of a ring of truth in that. So, even though I wouldn't exactly fancy putting on a walker skin myself, I can understand where they're coming from, but they are so dead set on their own, on their own morality and on their own morals that they are going to do this, and I really enjoy that aspect. And on top of Alpha, we've obviously got Beta coming. We saw him in one of the trailers. We also saw Lydia in the same trailer. We should be seeing Lydia in the mid-season premiere, so that's going to be really, really fun. And bringing in all these Whisperers is just absolutely awesome. I'm so excited to see the Whisperers, and like I say, based on first impressions of what we got in the mid-season finale, and also based on this photo of Alpha, I am very, very impressed. We also got this little teaser trailer for Alpha where we actually see her creating her mask, and again, this is just creepy. It's just eerie. It gets under your skin, quite literally, and it's very interesting to see that Alpha is actually there. And, we saw a couple of shots of her from one of the trailers, like we can see her walking up to the gate of Alexandria, Daryl going over to confront her and things like that. But just seeing her creating this mask, like the creation process of it, how deep and detailed these things are to make themselves look legit, is something that, that commitment is scary. And I think, the fact that we're able to go through with this and actually believe what they're doing is right is really terrifying. And again, just this video of the mask creation for Alpha is very, very exciting. I wonder if we're going to get one for Beta. Obviously, Beta is being played by Ryan Hurst, who you may know from Sons of Anarchy. He is also going to be in this season as Beta, so I'm going to be interested to see if we get an image of him. Will we get one of Lydia? I don't know if they'll do it for Lydia, just because I think Lydia is going to be in the mid-season premiere, and we're going to see her without her mask on anyway. So I guess we'll have to wait and see with all that. But based on everything we're getting here, I'm just so excited about the Whisperers, and I'm so excited about the back half of Season 9. So thank you guys for watching the second episode of Discussing Dead. If you enjoyed this show, make sure you give it a like and show the support, and I will keep pumping out these episodes. Anytime we get any new news or anything I feel is noteworthy, then I'll come on camera and I'll talk about it. And also make sure you stick around until February, when we'll be back every single week reviewing each and every episode of The Walking Dead Season 9 as and when it comes out. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys again next time.